It's just past 4 p.m. and you know exactly what that means. ASL live in front of your very eyes over here on the African Esports channel. My name's AR. I'll be the host for today. Unfortunately, no commentators joining me as they've somehow found things more important than what we're witnessing here. The future of esports, live playing Fortnite for everyone to watch. ASL Fortnite is here, the school leagues, and we started yesterday with the broadcast. It was absolutely insane to witness what these kids can do. And I mean, witnessing history as well for ASL. I just want to take you through it again. At the end of game number 2 yesterday, we had the same two schools take all the spots up to top 4. It was absolutely insane. CBK, Edgemead, CBK, Edgemead. And they have set their names in stone right now on ASL Wednesday. But it's Thursday and history loves to be rewritten. So we are going to see in our 2 games here today on ASL Thursday what's exactly going to happen. From what I can see over on the chickens, we have a full lobby for our 2 games here today on Thursday. And that's exactly what we love to see. Now, if history rewrites itself as it does tend to often do in ASL, we will be seeing those same names be at the top of that leaderboard, like CBK, like Edgemead, like PRG. But on top of that, it's a brand new year. A lot of the players have left their schools, obviously, to move on to their next educations, which means that we will go ahead and see newer names. Will those young bloods make a name for themselves by pushing themselves to the top of the leaderboard? You can see all the schools over here that have confirmed for today, for ASL Thursday, of course, brought to you by Acer Nitro, making it all possible. Guys, these are the mega stars in the making, and what they're aiming for is, of course, that LAN in July, AGC. We witnessed it last year. It was an absolute blast, not just watching all the competitors play, not just watching the games happen, but also getting to interact with these students, with these players, and even more so, these players meeting their heroes, meeting the pros that inspired them to take this step, to take this journey into esports, and hopefully be just like their heroes. We got to see so much interactions last year at Grand West. It was an absolute blast. And this year, because it keeps getting bigger and better, is going to be one for the ages as well. AGC 2026 happening in July, and that's what these players are aiming for. For many of these players, it's their first time within this. It'll be their first LAN experience. For other players, they want to go ahead and make sure they get the crown this year in 2026. And we've seen that yesterday with the plays. Of course, Fortnite changing consistently every single couple of months. And no stranger to change right here. We've seen Chapter 7 become a thing over here for this ASL term number 1. And of course, a lot of new mobility items like the wingsuit, which we got to see a lot yesterday on broadcast. Just able to get out of dodge and rotate freely into the safety of zone. But might not be that free with that new Deadeye assault rifle as well, being able to beam players out of the sky. Alongside those shotguns that are dealing 195 per pump. It's absolute insanity. But we get an overview of the map. Of course, the map, a massive changing part of Fortnite. As you see, one of the new POIs, Wonky Land. An entire amusement park with entire bits of loot for our trios to loot up, get materials. And of course, this is going to be build modes. So materials are going to be one of those things that you will have to manage. It's one of the M's that we have over here on ASL. We have a couple of M's that are standard in Fortnite. Materials, meds, mobility. We have to watch all of those very carefully, because once we get to those end zones, those end storms, and we still have almost half the lobby within it, you're going to need to go ahead and play your life as best as you can. Yesterday, we got to witness entire sky bridges being built in that end zone for the longest possible time. And you saw how advantageous it was. Let's go ahead and see how it's going to play out today in our first game of ASL Fortnite Thursdays. Take a look at the map. Sandy Strip. Going to be immediately taken as space. A lot of players in the center of map right now. You can see a couple of teams heading towards the side of Bumpy Bay on the west side. And on the south side as well towards the boulevard. There's a couple of teams heading over there. But we are going to move over to Bumpy Bay. It's going to be Zen Yashi gliding in alongside a couple of other teams as well. We do get our first knock in that kill feed very early on. Wild Cobra getting taken down, and I think Thirsted as well over there. So that's a KP for the aggressor. 52 players in this lobby, ladies and gentlemen. I told you it was going to be a full one out 20 teams. We've lost 2 people already within this, and that puts you in dire situations. Often here we talk about the numbers advantage, the numbers game. That is the little mini game in Fortnite Trios. And how much of an advantage or disadvantage it can put you at depending on your numbers. And losing your teammates that early is something that you never want to have. Of course, remember, ladies and gentlemen, that it is a point system based on placement and eliminations. So you will have to balance those two out. Yesterday, we got to see a couple of teams finishing higher towards the end of the game, but having less kills and still being on top of the leaderboard than the guys that had more kills, significantly more kills than they did. So you're going to have to balance this perfectly. And speaking of balance, you're going to have to balance that aim as well, as Zim gets lit up down to 50 HP, has to pop 2 minis lurker on the top of that mountain. You can see the jump peeking coming out of Zim over here, just trying to maybe waste a couple shots, get a little bit more info as well. X-Man takes someone down in that kill feed as well. MK7 is in Genie Play's hands, and this gun has made a beautiful return. A very much loved piece of weaponry now back in players' hands. And of course, that ADS ability, the scope for that accuracy, is what makes it so loved. And you compare that with the Deadeye, and a lot of players will have a little debate as to which one's better. Right now, Lurk is saying that MK7's doing work. Only 2 bullets left, though. We'll go ahead, pop the invisibility. The stealth now active, so you can get close, and you can see the rolling mechanics coming out of Zim. Shotgun is going to go ahead and confirm that. No ammunition, though. Drops that shotgun for the double pumps, the Akimbos, which we also got to see a little bit yesterday. Another invisibility pop, and then switching it out for the minis as we move over to X-Man, getting cracked right now. 1 kill to the name. This is the player that we just saw in the kill feed. He has a second one with that thirst, and this is a duo, Cricket and X-Man. Literally, it's them against the world. As Cricket now spots one above, is going to build a little ceiling, needs to get over to his teammate, and pops the wingsuit. Takes height on this little building right now. Gets caught up on that fence just a little bit as X-Man moves in, trying to get a little bit of loot. 86 bolts to the name. Pops on that launch pad. Now moves towards the gas station. Juve in this building right now. Not sure if X-Man knows that as yet. Might have heard the footstep right now. And it could be a cheeky little button play over here from Juve. And just misses it. And if you don't know, pressing that button insta-kills a player. Big shotgun shot from X-Man. Out the door is the escape. But just like that, X-Man gets that kill as well. I believe that's 3 to the name. Yes, it is. And Cricket looking low on builds right now. 87 on X-Man as well. And that's our first team down, ladies and gentlemen, as the first zone starts closing in. Ruben gonna move over to teammates right now as they manage to get themselves a little bit of kill. Immortal Stylar gets that first elimination for their team. Zantic looking for a little bit more. Takes the wall, builds up as well. Log in a bad predicament over here. Gets knocked. Thanks to Immortal again. Wingsuit in hand as Riddler tries to escape. But riddle me this. Why does it take that long for the wingsuit to actually pop? And that is going to be the cause of death for that team as well. And in the span of 30 seconds, we lose 2 teams almost instantly. 45 players left alive as zone number 2 reveals itself. And everyone from the north side in that wonky land and the Tedis area is going to have to move in, just like Sandy Strips area. And we will probably get some engagements over by Painted Palms. As you see a couple of teams on that northeastern side. Lethal Labs also home to a team currently as we move back in with X-Man and Cricket. And as a duo, this is what you want to do. You want to get as much kills, as much eliminations as quickly as possible. You never know how this endgame is going to play out for you, especially having the numbers disadvantage immediately. Right now, you got to be focusing your materials. You got to be focusing any ammos and heals that you may have. And play out for that endgame. Move over to that northeastern side of Painted Palms as Aiden gets lit up from afar. 41 shield, 6-7 HP. We know that some admins are going to love that meme over there. Takes a couple of shots in the distance, none of which connecting. Immortal, though, going to hit everything. And that's the power of the Deadeye, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why this gun is so loved. Genie Play getting a kill in that kill feed as well. 3 kills to the name of this team so far. And they're trying to go ahead and further that KP. Wingsuit going to get popped by Immortal. You can see how low the players are in zone currently. A tick of HP lands in the bush. Dead Eye popped out now. 21s is going to go ahead and take down Chris, the solo player, trying to be the solo one to live, but it's just skeet shooting out of mid-air. As that now is 5 kills to the team's name. Immortal doing work, 4 on their own. As now they rotate into zone. Benchester getting a kill in that kill feed as well. Ruben gonna pop that wingsuit and move into zone. There's the hot air balloons moving as well. Immortal's not done yet. It's a 5th one to the name. A 6th for the team. Grabs all the mids, all the ammo, and moves in. Xanta getting knocked over there, unfortunately. But I do believe has secured some more KP over on Aiden, though. And now Immortal pushing back deeper into the storm, looking for this KP. The confidence oozing out of Immortal right now. Spots the bull, spots the Riz, spots the free KP, and there's just one left. That's counting down to 0. Immortal on an absolute generational run. 8 kills with 33 left. This could be a PR over on ASL for Immortal. For this team, nonetheless. Ruben. Close engagement against X-Man. X-Man manages to take down Ruben. Full confirm as well on that elimination. You can see Immortal just going to box up. Play this a bit slow. Play this a bit smarter. Peeking through bolts. 32 players. 15 teams. Ticket right outside this wall as well now. Storm moving in. Storm number 3 this is, ladies and gentlemen. Edits coming on the walls as well, and Immortal just gonna sneak around, turns around, gets a jump scare, essentially manages to knock down Cricket though. 45 HP, it's a 1v1 within this. Will the duo prevail? Getting another wipe. Or will Immortal further this lead on KP? Big shotgun shot knocks those shields clean off of Immortal. Has to pop those minis. X-Man playing the edge of zone. Gatekeeping, guarding the way. Here comes the bull battle. Height trying to be taken by both of these players. Right now taken by X-Man. You can see Immortal just boxing up, playing the low ground for now. As those edits, as X-Man is going to go ahead. Deload, pop a medkit over here. Get back to full health, or at least to 119. No shields on X-Man means that 19 shields is going to be a disadvantage, especially to one of those shotgun shots that we've seen Immortal hit before. Speaking of shotgun shots, there it is. X-Man, 15 HP, forced to go ahead and heal. Both players healing off in the storm. Mutual truce to go ahead and get that health all the way back up as the zone confirms closing in. A lot of players on that edge of zone, but these two players deep into storm. We hear that wingsuit popping. It is going to be a reset from our players as we move over to Blue. Absolutely getting cracked. Gets taken out there by the happiest of hippos. Now rolling down the mountain, trying to get closer to the teammates. Blue gets confirmed. We are going to see the mist go out to heal. And in the storm, you can see a full reset from both Immortal and X-Man. But I do believe that Immortal is going to be landing on a team. Harsha gets cracked over by Hippo and Squad. Does get taken out as well from another team over on the right. The third party's coming through. Chetty now building up, but shot from the left. A dire situation. Wingsuit, you can see, popped right now, but gets taken out on the rotate, trying to go through. And unfortunately, that's going to be the team wipe. Hippo going to secure 3 kills for the team. 2 on Hippo, 1 on Stars. Now moving through, there's another team over on the left. They've got to be aware of that. As I do believe X-Man is still in the zone, deep in the storm over there. Looking to maybe go ahead and get that res, perhaps, playing off of any heals in the storm. And you can see the mist being popped. Playing out far north. Curious as to what the strategy is going to be on the rotate here for X-Man, as that HP getting quite low. Flashy gets a kill in that kill feed. That's going to be the first for the team. Six right now, pushing up. Getting any bits of loot. Upgrades that shotgun to the blue variant. 9 uses left on this wingsuit. Plenty of heals and shielding. To go ahead and take this engagement on the big Battlewood sign. Here's a reboot close by as the storm shrinking once more. Storm number 4 takes a couple of shots with the Deadeye right now. 35. Big hit, but now forced to move further in. Raptor gets elimination in that kill feed. Time Shadow lost alive, trying to stay alive. 35 HP to the name. Building as best as they can. 98 with the shotgun. A good challenge, but Enzyme going to clear that out. That's 4 kills total right now for Hippo, Enzyme, and Stars. As the zone moves to the east side, I should say, rather. Immortal getting teammates back into the fray. Ruben unfortunately taken down again. 9 kills to Immortal's name. Looking to make it 10 with the Deadeye. Beaming left, right, and center. Big headshots. Pushing this team into the defensive position. And now Immortal walking up confidently. Green shotgun in hand. Big shot as well. Cracking King Cap. It gets cracked as well. No shields. Only that smoke, that mist. To the advantage. Meanwhile, Ruben back up in the distance. Unfortunately, doesn't have that Deadeye in inventory, so can't be too much of assistance over there. But has a gold rifle in hand. Meanwhile, Immortal up close with that shotgun, playing this window, playing the corners beautifully. It is taken down. That's a 10th kill for Immortal. 11 total for the team. Xantic now here to back up teammate. Lucid Wraith getting an elimination in that kill feed. We are down to 11 teams, 23 players. As De Jour takes down early Hattie as well. And the Storm shrinking in one more time. A lot of players in Storm. Currently, Lucid Wraith and rest of company being one of those teams. As De Jour gets the final elimination over there, taking their team up to 4. Ben, 3 HP, surely goes down to the zone here. Absolutely goes down, and that knock going towards Hippo. No meds, unfortunately, on Ben over there, and didn't want to pop the wingsuit anyway and get out of position for it is, but gets thirsted nonetheless over by Hippo. Immortal gets another in that kill feed as Raptor gets taken down. Dantic with the full thirst as well. 18 players, 10 teams in zone number 6, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're in that in-game situation. Zone once more, going to the southeastern side of our map. High Boss and squad only 1 kill to their names right now. Not a ton of KP, but still a ton of placement. Feder getting spotted out, down to 70 HP now. Pops the mist to go ahead and heal, and pops a big pot as well to heal up a little bit faster. They've got to move very soon. Storm is on their back. 13 over here. Mythic shotgun in hand. That's going to be beautiful in the end game if you can get those shots off. If you can play that height position as Immortal takes down Feder. That's going to be another elimination. Xantic, though, taken down by sticks right now. Purple Deadeye pops the wingsuit now just to go ahead and rotate as Storm is on their back. 30 seconds left on this rotate for the Storm, and everyone just trying to find their prime positioning. Spots out a hill in the distance, a couple of builds as well over there. 13 just moving to an already existing building. Feder trying to paddle their way to safety over here while knocked, and the Rez will indeed go off over here. Wall and cone being built, and now the double Rez actually being stuck. Hippo landing with that wingsuit now on height builds with those metal ramps and walls. Storm pushing just a little bit more now. And you can see playing it slow, playing it very cautiously and carefully as Immortal gets that elimination on Feder over there. Most likely dying to the Storm. He's right here, taken down to 6-7 HP. Building up real quick. Shotgun shot does not connect. Builds up now, tries to take height and looking for maybe an opportunity to pop that medkit or those big pots. Layla on the low ground as unfortunately FaZe gets taken out by sticks. Six squads left. 8 players. Layla gets taken out as well, taking us down to 5. 7 players. Our end zone, and the zone moving down to Sus Studios. Once again, southeast. The zone has been moving non-stop southeast. It's not going to stop just yet. Storm number 7 currently shrinking in right now as Flashy building up, assisting teammates. Bones get put down, spots out X-Man down low, shotgun shot to weaken that roof, doesn't take it through, builds through the wall, or breaks through the wall I should say. X-Man doing everything that they can to survive, but against 2 players, the numbers disadvantage is too strong, as that's the 7th one for this team. Lucid taking a couple of shots, they're on 6 right now for the team. MK7 in hand of Lucid over here, you can see building some ceilings just to protect themselves. 151 HP to work with, a couple of minis, 4 minis, and 2 weapons right here. No more mobility. Mats is going to be the issue right now for these players. You can see Tire Boss with 49 bullets left, taking a little bit of damage over there from the storm. 90 bullets over on Sticks, though, looking comfortable as they take the height in this top 2 situation. And there's only 1 player left. You can see clearing out the bush right now. There's a 3v1. Tire Boss all the way down low. I think gets spotted out over there. Absolutely does. Gets hit hard with the Deadeye. And then every player of this team just moving in as they finish it out with 10 kills and a victory royale. Incredible first game, ladies and gentlemen. First game of ASL Fortnite Thursday. I mean, Immortal over there, alone, with 11 kills, is going to push that leaderboard to its limits over there. Not sure where Immortal ended off on the placements, but we will find that out very shortly, because we're going to get the leaderboards done for you guys before game number 2 starts. So don't go anywhere. When we come right back, we will show that leaderboard and hop into our second game. Yes, our second game of ASL Fortnite here on our Thursday afternoon. Don't touch the dial. We'll be right back. If you thought the action was done, you'd be very far off from the fact and the truth. ASL Thursdays, 2 games of Fortnite here every single week. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, 3 times a week. We go ahead and put the megastars in the making on the big screen, and they're all working towards that LAN later in July, ACGL, and I cannot wait to see which teams make it down to that LAN. But we just got done with game 1 of Fortnite here on our Thursday ASL, and let's take a look at that leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen, because it is going to be the one and only Grey College Secondary School taking that first place currently on the leaderboard with 85 points and 10 kills. But I do want to draw attention over to the Chaos Agents. That is the Anchor with 12 kills to their name, coming in 5th over there. 11 of those kills over on Immortal alone. I will talk about second being if I'm not mistaken, St. Joseph's Middle College over there with 60 points. Then in third, we have Bryanston High School over with 56 points. So that's our current gold to bronze after the first game. But we still have one more game, ladies and gentlemen, and we will get the second leaderboard updated after that game as well. But we got to see a lot of what I mentioned over in that first game, from the wingsuits to the Deadeye assault rifle to the shotguns dealing over 100 damage almost every single shot. And that tells you the skill difference that they kind of change over in Fortnite a lot, from having a shotgun meta, changing it to SMG metas, and then over to the scope assault rifles and that long range fights. Fortnite always changing things every single chance that they get. And with chapter 7 for this year, I cannot wait to see the changes that are made. I mean, last year we got to witness everything from ammo being taken away and full-on Star Wars blasters to the sniping meta as well, with the marksman rifles coming into play, and of course the entire rogue season where everything was through a black market. Fortnite is just going to make chapter 7 for ASL absolutely massive and absolutely fantastic. But that is our current standing on the leaderboards. Grey College with the lead currently, 85 points and 10 kills and 1 win. And close behind them, just about 20 points, is going to be St. Joseph's Middle College with 60 and 6 kills. So not too much of a difference over there. I mean, yesterday we got to see a massive difference in points, and then it ended off with the first place being a tie of 147 points of Edgemead and CBK, somehow tying up with 17 eliminations and both teams getting a win, taking first. And then both of those schools as well took third and fourth, so they've managed to complete taking off Wednesday all to themselves. Will we see a similar thing happen here on Thursdays is the real question, as once more, ladies and gentlemen, the battle bus will take flight over on Thursdays for ASL. Brought to you, of course, by Acer Nitro, making this all possible, creating the stepping stones for the future of esports. And a lot of people will be, why do we do schools leagues? Why do we not just focus things on the bigger things? Because when those bigger things run out of players, where are we going to get the next players? Where else but look at the grassroots of the schools leagues right now? The talent that is here in the school leagues, all the way down to the primary school level, which we see over here on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. That is the future of esports in South Africa. That is the future of esports that'll make their way overseas one day and represent South Africa. And we start off here on ASL as the battle bus flies over one more time. 66 players this time in our lobby, as you see players hopping off almost instantly over Wonky Land and Painted Palms as well. The bus about to do its last stop, and the last few players hopping off at the southern side of the map, ladies and gentlemen. 24 teams, 66 players battling it out in game number 2. An entire cluster of players going towards Bumpy Bay right now. What is that, about 5 teams heading over there right now? That's going to be a highly contested drop, and An interesting one nonetheless. Of course, you don't want to be the first ones eliminated. It is going to be placements and eliminations that count to your points. So this many players landing over here right now, they want to give us some action. They want to show us Fortnite in its glory. As Foxy picks up that assault rifle now. Looking for more weapons, ammo, and mats perhaps before taking an engagement. On the other side, it's going to be Hippo, Stars, and Enzyme. As they get their shields up, they get their health up, ready for battle. Sovereign Shotgun already over in Stars' hands. Enzyme with that beautiful shotgun as well. That's the shotgun that we saw do 195 yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Leaving a player to survive with 5 HP. 5 HP, and the player somehow managed to get away. Will we see that happen again here today on Thursdays? As the Akimbo shotguns get picked up now by Stars. MK7 in hand. We've seen that MK7 beam. But, ooh, a Deadeye popping out of that chest. Most likely going to switch it out to that. Still so many teams over here in Bumpy Bay. And they're all just playing it out very, very slow. Not wanting to be the first aggressor. Rather wanting to play off of, hey, let's let the other team push us. Let's have the ones push them into a defensive. But Doom right now, gonna get knocked in. That is gonna be FaZe at the top of that hill, pushing this team now into the defensive. As FaZe now beaming with that MK7, and look at it, it just don't move. Look at that recoil control. The rapid fire of the MK7, but only one bullet left in reserve right now. Layla gonna have to be the one to shoot through. Hamcat once more goes down, and there's the confirm coming through. That's the first elimination for the squad. Layla getting the first one. Foxy though low, and that is gonna be the third party coming in, I believe. Hippo now spotted out over there. A couple shots heading that way. Doom MC taking a couple of shots from that window, but awfully low as well. Forces Layla off of that high ground and pops a mini as well. Banana Man gets taken down in that kill feed. As Hippo now and squad, they get the spoils of war. They get all of that loot. And now just looking through to that hillside. Trying to spot out where the players may have rotated to. Here's the wingsuits. And knows now that they're probably trying to go ahead and just rotate out. Sees the spray of color in the sky from the wingsuit as well. Shotguns coming through now from Enzyme and squad. FaZe trying to get pieced up over here. 56, and there's the... Is that the knock, I believe? This just happened very quickly over there. As Layla down low right now. Gets taken out as well. And Hippo and squad secure themselves a team wipe for some KP early on in the game. 55 players still left alive right now. And so much they can do with this early kills. Meanwhile, Lucid spots out where Farah is. A good 27 damage over there. Now looks down. Big beam over on Ashpop. Lucid now knows that his teammates can go ahead and secure that. Focuses sights over on where Farah was. DeJour moving further towards this bush. Obviously hears those shots and sees those bullets flying. As Storm now comes in. Sunny Bear getting caught out on the rotate. Pops the heal, but not going to do much when you go down like that. Ben Chester popping the wingsuit on the rotate. Ashpop manages to get back up on health, and he gets back with the team. Is Lucid Wraith gonna rendezvous with their team as well? Pops the minis now as well to go ahead and get back up to decent health. To go ahead and engage. Doom MC spotted out just in the distance over here. And all these teams now just trying to get into the first zone, as the second storm will be closing very, very soon. Ruben, Immortal, Xantic playing out in the storm again on the north side, popping heals. His team just south of them, so they will have to be careful on the rotate in, as Doom MC does get taken out by DeJour. That's going to be 4 kills to their names right now. 5 seconds left before the zone starts closing in. The storm is moving, ladies and gentlemen. You can see wingsuits in the inventory of DeJour as well for that rotate, so not too much panic right now. The team is dead center of zone right now. Right by that hot air balloon, I should say. And they've got prime positioning. They can rotate anywhere when the zone starts shifting. And they have to. They are a duo right now. Prime and Cookie Monster. Playing out for those placements. And we've seen many a team have this strategy of playing out for placements. And it has worked out in the past. Will it work out for Cookie Monster and Prime? Ruben gets taken down by fall damage or either by the storm. One of the two in that kill feed. X-Man gets an elimination as well. 45 players left alive. Aiden looking to secure this elimination over here as Orbit moves in. Sam as well. Just behind. X-Man getting another elimination over there. DeJour knocking Fera. And it's just been DeJour and Fera going at it in battle over there since the beginning of this game. As Aiden gets the confirm for their team. 41 players left alive. Before Zone 3 even starts, ladies and gentlemen. Ruben does get taken out, unfortunately. And that will have to be a reset for Immortal and Squad. As Ben just moving into zone over here, and the zone has shifted, ladies and gentlemen. The safety has moved all the way southeast now, away from Ben. Ash Pop is spotted out over here. Wingsuit does get popped, and if you know how to use these wingsuits, you can glide for miles, and you can sort of see that happening from Ash Pop right now, trying to increase the distance as much as they can. Ben gonna land eventually over here. Nowhere near. Actually, very near where Ash Pop was. In that bush. Not managing to hit the shots, though. Ash Pop might actually win this 1v1. Full box over on Ben right now. Trying to go ahead and heal with the mist. Gets those shields all the way up. But Ash Pop, once again, wingsuit popped and says, Baba, Felicia, I'm out of here. And manages to get a little bit of a reset for just a moment. Lucid Wraith now spots up close where players maybe Tyboss gets a little bit of a lick on damage over there as dropping down the mountain. Xantic now found out. Immortal almost cracked as well from that shotgun shot. Dropped all the way down low. DeJour just trying to build and finesse his opponents. Now just moving towards the zone. Zone is going to be ticking. Only 1 DPS right now. So it's very beatable. It's so easy to fight right now in that storm. But opting to go ahead and get the reset. Does not want to get third-partied over here and eliminated. Moves back to the builds by the bush where Ash Pop managed to go ahead and escape from. And just playing out right now. Looking for the rotate to come through. Spots one down below. Gonna be unknown. In the sky, absolutely beamed on takeoff, on launch, and now trying to roll down the hill. Maybe be able to get this, but thirsted ever so quickly as the Enforcer Assault Rifle does get picked up as well now. Wingsuits popped on the rotation. 36 players left alive. 20 seconds until that zone moves one more time. Styx gets an elimination in that kill feed, and Cookie Monster gonna go ahead and confirm that for Styx. Interesting play over there. A Stick gets another one as well. 13 gets an elimination. Sam as well over on Ben Chester. Orbit, Aiden, and Sam just playing off of rotate, playing off of their positioning in zone, and looking to get those placement points. Immortal building up in the distance, spotted out by Sam over there. And Immortal instantly cracked as we switch perspectives. 41 HP. Going to be left with a single mini shield after this. Drops down. 106 from that shotgun. Purple Variant is going to hit very hard. Gets hit from the top as well. And now taken down, rolling down the mountain as DeJour gets the elimination. And an interesting mechanic that they added to have physics while rolling and being able to roll down towards your teammates and roll yourselves towards reboot vans. Not able to stop momentum over there or even gain momentum to get away from DeJour. Results in the elimination on Immortal. 15 teams, and it's zone number 4, ladies and gentlemen. And this team having a grand old time in this bush. They're having a little spray contest and everything in this bush. They do get spotted out, unfortunately, over there, and that halts all the fun that they were having. As now they are on alert, on high alert. Very cautious of their surroundings now. A couple shots fired down range from blue. Harshay just watching out the other side of the bush, watching that no one flanks. And Chetty, with that Deadeye now, spots one on the rock. And what an advantageous position for that team up there. Double 18 from that Deadeye, and they are flesh on top of that rock. So can get a little free KP if they make the right plays. But I'm not seeing much mobility over here. No wingsuits on this team. Chetty, the only one with it. Actually, Blue also with some wingsuit action. So just Harshay with no mobility to back up the team if they decide to push in. Prime up close and personal right now with Chetty. Chetty builds up and backs off. Blue with a Sovereign shotgun shot. But Prime with that double purple loadout. Ooh, tries to go ahead and break the bush. And taken out from the man in the bush. That is Blue. That goes ahead and gets the confirm. And what an upgrade of weaponry for that team. With that purple loot being dropped. And that kill feed. Sticks gets an elimination over on Hippo as well. Prime now taken out, leaving Cookie Monster lost alive. 107 and a big knock over on Harshay. Looks to go ahead and get the thirst, but out in the open, another team was trying to get the thirst for Cookie Monster. Upgrades to that Sovereign shotgun now in the purple variant. And has double shotguns in the inventory. Not sure if Cookie Monster knows this, but that is going to go ahead and give delay upon switching weapons as well. And even drop the Deadeye there as well as the edits come through. Has to stop using that big pot. Only 62 shield. 76 HP over on Cookie Monster. Trying to build up, and I still don't think the realization has come through of the Deadeye being dropped. The spray comes through and now builds the ceiling, builds the ramp, and might have the realization over there right now. Turns back to look, but is there a chance for you to go ahead and manage to get that Deadeye assault rifle back? You can see trying to find where it is, but it might be long gone. Gets the reboot card. Has that double shotguns in inventory. Pops the shields right now as Juve 2 launch pads in the inventory. Caleb with 1 as well. They've got rotation upon rotation. Splinter Sword gonna pop that wingsuit right now. Move in. 13 gets the elimination on Aiden in the kill feed. Down to 11 teams, 26 players. As the double is gonna go over here with Raptor. They get their teammate back up into the fight. Storm number 5, ladies and gentlemen. 16 seconds until we're fully closed in. And we see the cruelness of the Fortnite zones moving. Cho over here has the mythic Deadeye, by the way. And that's going to be a gift to whoever manages to find it. Maybe Cho can go ahead and hit some nasty clips with it. Cookie Monster finally goes down to the Storm. Unfortunately, that takes us down to 10 teams. 26 players. And the zone moving north of every single team. And everyone gonna have to move. And I feel bad for those teams that are on the south side. Lucid absolutely beamed with that mythic. What a beautiful mythic it is indeed. And 103 builds for Cho right now. Playing off of this right angle. Spots out where Lucid is again. The walls go up though. Lucid gets licked heavily. And gets taken down. And not even by Cho over there, but that was by Frantic. Lucid absolutely in a devastating spot. Gets thirsted as well by Cho, but that kill won't go to Cho. It's all over to Frantic over there. They're the last alive for their team. Ash Pop backing down with that golden Deadeye. Blue gets taken down. Dodging a little bit over there, and that forward rolls. That forward rolls from Blue is gonna cost Ash Pop. And the full thirst as well. It's disastrous for Ash as 13 gets that elimination. iBoss now. The last alive again. Second game in a row. A solo player in a trio lobby. 7 teams, 13 players. Make that 6 as we go down once more. Sticks Couple shots in the distance over there. 13 with 5 eliminations. In fact, this team doing phenomenally. 13 kills to their name. And they're looking to go ahead and increase that as 13 himself looking to get the 14th one for the team. Pushing in. Spots out in the sky. Double 23s over there over on Kiwi, but nothing to write about. Goku out of mid-air manages to just fly through and live for another day. Flashy having to back up right now. Cho gets knocked by 13 though. I mean, these kills are insane right now. 16 for this team. Goku gets lit up as well, looking to go get maybe the Riz in the distance. Boss, the solo, the Lone Ranger. Knowing how to use the movement on that wingsuit will save your life, ladies and gentlemen. And you see it there with Boss as he goes and he flies through, saving his HP. But up close and personal is DeJour. Has to pop those minis right now. Ben's still alive in this fight as well. 3 shotguns over on Ben, and interesting loadout there nonetheless. 13 pushing up right now as well. This is the team to watch currently, ladies and gentlemen, as they have most likely the most kills in this lobby as they push it up to 17. Ben gets spotted out over there, but the teammates ramp blocks the last few bullets over there. That could have been the knock. Cho, unfortunately, no, not every bullet hitting over there on Cho from Flashy, but now Flashy pushing up. Flashy spotting out everyone. Ty backed with that 90 from the shotgun. DeJour all the way on height, spotted out by Sticks, and gonna just run up and down that ramp currently. Ben still alive within this DeJour. They've gotten themselves 12 eliminations so far. 13 playing it a bit slower right now. Spotted out some movement over there, and that is going to be Ben in that metal box. A lot of eliminations right now for this team, ladies and gentlemen. 6 on the bridge. Looking for a couple more pot shots to go ahead and increase that as we are down to our final 2 teams. 13 will go ahead and get Ben. Finally, as Flashy is going to go ahead and thirst. DeJour is the last alive. And a hungry squad is all that remains. And they are chasing down DeJour right now. They are breaking through these walls. And they get the victory royale of our last game, ladies and gentlemen. 20 eliminations and a victory royale to close out ASL Fortnite Thursdays. Insane work from every single one of these players, ladies and gentlemen. But that team pushing themselves right now to the limit, breaking the limit, and ending off with a victory royale and 20 eliminations. And they were going ham as well. There was mythics out there on certain players. They did that all with purple loadouts. Absolutely insane. And if you want to see more of this insanity, ladies and gentlemen, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays here over on Twitch, we do go ahead and showcase ASL Fortnite 3 times a week, 2 matches per those days. And you saw the action over here live in front of your very eyes. Some of these guys over in primary school still being able to play this well. This is the future of esports, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting the leaderboard done for all of you guys, but for now we'll talk about what these players are aiming towards, and they are aiming towards that LAN over in July. ACGL. Last year, an absolute blast. We got to witness these school players meet their pros that were their heroes, and the heroes meeting the school kids as well. So much going on at AGC, from Valorant to Fortnite to Rocket League, all happening live in front of your very eyes. It's an absolute blast to meet these players in person as well, and for them to have their first LAN experience, may it be the stepping stone for them to get into esports as well, is the hope and the dream for ASL. And of course, thanks to Ace and Nitro for making ASL possible here, for going to these grassroots, to all of these schools, to all of these students, and making sure that they get the opportunity to play professional esports, to play video games, to turn video games into something that actually means something. And that's so massive to do in the ZA space as well, where we didn't get as much opportunities as the rest of the world. Now we're making opportunities like that, and we're keeping up with the rest of the world, ladies and gentlemen. And we do have that leaderboard ready for all of you guys, and it is going to be GCB, Grey College Secondary School, with 190 points, ladies and gentlemen. 30 kills total to their name. St. Joseph's in second over there with 138. And that alone with 18 kills is absolutely massive. Hillcrest over in third as well. ZWK 81 points in fourth. The Chaos Agents, the Anka, find themselves in sixth place. PRG find themselves in eighth. And ending this week, this will be Thursday's leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. GCB, 2 wins, ladies and gentlemen, to their names. 30 eliminations. Pushes them to the top of ASL Thursday. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be all she wrote for ASL Thursdays. If you want more action, we do this, like I said, 3 times a week. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. This was just week 1 of term 1. We still have so much more. And then even term 2 that leads up to that LAN AGC. But for now, that's all the action that we have. So from myself, AR, from Broadcast in the background, ACGL, African Esports, we thank you for spending your Thursday afternoon with us. And we hope to see you next Tuesday when we continue with more ASL.